There's a difference between the most fun in a game at the end that I've ever had and the most memorable. The most fun would be when Keenum hit Diggs and the Utah rookie safety, Marcus Williams, freaked out and jumped too early.
Right.
And God puts me on, it's a 61-yard Minneapolis Miracle, which is stuck in the minds of a lot. There were Dallas Hansons and Billies and Johnnies and Christies and Susie so excited they were trying to climb into the Vox box, the announcer's booth, to high five and hug. That was surreal. But the 2009 NFC Championship game, the Superdome was never not loud. Never. Right. It was fever pitch from the boom to Hartley daggering us. And Bursich and I were out of our seats pretty much the whole game, calling the game. And then the way it ended, we run up like 525 yards of offense. We're just kicking the bleep out of them, but we give it away 5 times. And, just even thinking about it now. And then the only time I've cried after a game was that game where, I didn't really have a lot of conversations with Brett Favre during the course of the year. I'd say maybe an hour complete of just talking to each other on buses or whatever the whole year. He was just, he's like really the only one that I've ever been around where I was like a little nervous, like a fan. Yeah. Because I just had so much reverence for the way he played the game. Right. Well, I had just seen Brett, Percy Harvin, Sidney Rice, and Adrian Peterson. See, these kids, Adrian's in his 3rd year. Percy's a rookie. Sidney's in his 2nd year. These kids looked up to Brett like dad, like boss, and like unbelievable football player we watched when we were kids. I mean, they loved him. And that's so key to having something like that, to like your team, the Chiefs. Mahomes is 7th year or whatever, but he's still relatively young. But, when these kids are drafted and they come in there like, wait, whoa, Patrick, Chris Jones, Travis, you need that. You need ancillary players on teams to look up to others on the team so much so they don't want to let them down. Right.